I wish someone told me this when I started photography, that the reason why a lot of fashion photographers, commercial photographers, or even photographers in general struggle to get paid has nothing to do with talent and everything to do with what we don't understand about brands. So if you're a talented, passionate photographer and still not able to break into fashion or commercial or essentially working with brands, this video is for you. Happy New Year, everyone, and I hope that this new year has started gently for you. I just wanted to say this before we dive in, that my goal for this year is to show up more consistently than I did in the previous year. Well, life has been lifing. Being a first-time mom to a toddler, running a business and figuring things out as I go. But don't worry, I'll try to do my best to share more videos, share more conversations, and more of what I am learning. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on your notifications. Let me know what your year has been up to so far. And in case you're new here, hey, my name is Immaculate Nwafor, and I am a fashion and commercial photographer based here in Calgary, Alberta. So let's get into the video. I want to be very honest with you. I am still on this journey too, and I'm not here to pretend that I have made it. I'm here to talk about the side of photography that I wish someone explained to me earlier, and that's the business side. Because when I started photography, everything I saw online were about cameras, gears, presets. A lot of that was what I saw online. Very few was talking about why brands say no, or why emails go unanswered, or why great photographers get stuck. I loved fashion photography. I loved commercial photography. I still do. I mean, that's who I am. I love creating beautiful images, styling shoots, directing models, but something didn't add up. I'm looking at my work and I'm like, this is good, but why isn't it opening doors? I remember I would send emails to brand and there would be no response, or they would say, thanks, I will keep you in mind. At some point, I realized that it wasn't that brands hated my work or didn't like my work. It was that I was speaking a creative language while brands were thinking in business terms. And nobody told me that. Here's a hard truth that most photographers don't hear early enough, is that brands are not hiring photographers to create pretty photos. No, they're not doing that. They're hiring photographers to solve problems. So problems that have to do with selling products, refreshing websites, improving conversions, look credible. But most of us shows up with portfolio that says, look how creative I am, instead of, here is how my visuals help your business. You get the difference, right? And if we're being honest, that's where the disconnect is. That's exactly where photographers struggle. Let me give you another real example. Two photographers, both talented. Let's say photographer A sends a brand 10 beautiful images. No explanation, no context. Now, photographer B, on the other hand, sends 6 strong images and says something like, these are optimized for your homepage, your product launch, and your Instagram ads. Guess who feels easier to work with? Photographer A or photographer B? You guessed it. Photographer B. Here's another example, and this was me. I used to focus heavily on the images, how crisp it is, how the highlights or the shadows have to be absolutely perfect, the presets, the color grading, all of those things. I just used to fuss about the technical aspect of photography. Don't get me wrong, you need to understand all this to be able to be a better storyteller, to be able to be a better photographer, right? And that was then. But now I know to ask very important questions like, where will these images live? What's the goal? What's the campaign timeline? And that shift alone changes how brands see you. I'm still learning. I'm still refining and honing my skills. I'm still hitching, but this is the direction that I'm moving in. Thinking more like a visual partner, not just a photographer. And I believe once you understand that, everything changes. How you shoot, how you edit, how you talk, even how you price, everything changes. So this year for me, I want to document this journey openly. I'll be sharing what I'm learning about fashion photography, commercial photography, AI assisted visuals, and the business side that nobody prepared me for. So if you're a seasoned photographer or you're a photographer trying to break in, or you're even a brand trying to understand visuals better, you are in the right place, and do well to subscribe if this conversation matters to you. We're figuring this out together, okay? Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video. If this resonated with you, leave me a comment down below, share your thoughts. I'd love to know where you are in your journey. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification, guys. And let me know as well what topics you would like for me to cover this year, and I'll do my best to do that. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.